Hi everyone, my name is Tamara and this is episode 9 of the Caffeinated Craft Mamas podcast. My podcast all about my knitting and crocheting life in Southwest Missouri, where I live with my partner Richard, our 3 kids, and our dog. How have you been? It has been about 3 weeks since I've talked to you guys. We're going to be honest, during the summer that will probably be the norm for me. Today is Jade's last day of 3rd grade. Summer break is getting ready to start. She will be doing summer school, so I will still have the opportunity to record, but I want this podcast to be something fun that I do and something that I enjoy doing, so I'm giving myself that grace of extending time between podcasts to being 3 to 4 weeks. I am planning on picking up the every 2 weeks in the fall again, and I have some fun things that we're going to be doing in the fall and the winter, including Vlogmas and Vlogtober and some things that we have coming up, so I'm getting everything ready for that. So I will make up for the lack of videos through the summer, in the fall, and the winter. I would also like to let you know that if you like the content I put here, I would love it if you'd hit that subscribe button and also come over to Instagram, which is where I am most active, and give me a quick follow. I am caffeinated_craft_mama, and I try to post there 2 to 3 times a week. Life's been getting me down a little bit. I'm slowly working my way back up. So hopefully I'll get back into a more normal posting schedule in the next couple of weeks. Also, it is storming or getting ready to storm. It was nice and sunny outside when I set everything up, and now it's real cloudy. So if you hear any thunder or my lighting changes, it's probably the storm outside. And it's allergy season. If I start coughing or sneezing, I apologize in advance. I will try to cut out as much of that as I can. And because it is storming, and because I don't need an excuse to drink hot tea, I'm just drinking a Yorkshire tea biscuit brew today to help my throat while we get this recorded. I have some whips to talk to you guys about today, a new cast on, another test knit that I signed up for, and a stash edition. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, first project I want to talk about is living in my By the Bay Yarn Co. bag. This is their large bag. This is holding a whole sweater, plus 2 extra balls of yarn, my chiagogoo needles, a bag for notions, and a bunch of other stuff. It's got all my cool pins on it. So if you're looking for some nice, sturdy, just plain canvas bags, I highly recommend By the Bay Yarn Co. I love this bag. So this is holding my big Horn Henley Pullover, which is a test knit that I am doing for Amanda of Lovely by Lee. All right, I have gotten a lot done on this since you guys saw it last. Let's see, how's the best way to hold this up? I'll fold it in half. I was down here where this pumpkin was the last time you guys saw it, so I finished the body, got the front taken care of and split, and I have started one sleeve. So the plan is this afternoon, while I am editing this podcast, I will pick up the other sleeve. I will knit the 10 rows like I did on the first sleeve, and then I will connect them and do them 2 at a time. That is my preferred method for sleeves, mostly because that way I know if I messed up a stitch count on one sleeve, I most likely messed up the stitch count on the second sleeve, and they end up being the same. I hate it when I finish a sweater and I realize, oh wait a minute, this sleeve is five rows longer than this sleeve, or this cuff was one way and this cuff is another way, and I'm horrible about doing that. So I'm just gonna do 2 at a time the way I know how, just like I do my 2 at a time socks, and get that done. So let's talk a little bit about this sweater. You guys have seen a little bit of it before, but I'm really excited about this sweater, and Richard's really excited about this sweater. It is a worsted weight, broken ribbed pullover. It's gonna have a really nice collar with some buttons on it. I need to go to like Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby and get some buttons. I was gonna order some on Etsy, but I just couldn't find exactly what I was looking for, and now I've run out of time. This test knit needs to be done by June 5th. I believe the week following will be the release date. I'll let you guys know on Instagram and hopefully on here when the release date for this pattern is. But this is so squishy, and she's got so many modifications in the pattern. It's just wonderful. I'm already planning on stealing this from Richard and wearing it on occasion. I wish she had kid sizes because this would be gorgeous you know, Richard and William having matching ones would just make my life so happy. And I probably will try to do the math to make that happen. We'll see what happens. So hopefully, actually, not hopefully, next time you guys see this, it will be a finished object. Like I said, I'm gonna pick up those sleeves and get going on them pretty quickly. I am knitting this out of, Knitpicks Mighty Stitch worsted in the color navy. It's their 80% acrylic, 20% superwash wool. It does have quite the halo on it, and it does split, but it's super soft, and it's going to make just a wonderful pullover for Richard. He's super excited about it. So let me stuff all this back in there. I only have like 1,000,001 ends to weave in, so that's gonna be fun. I don't know about anybody else, but that is not my favorite part of finishing a project. I think it's just because I'm not very good at it. I can weave them in just fine, but that very final end half the time ends up poking out of my fabric. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I've been tempted to buy like some fabric glue and glue it down so they don't stick out. It drives me nuts. Okay. And I again apologize for any sniffling you hear. Allergies are kicking my butt this year. Okay, next up, I'll show you the little bit of progress that I have made on Richard's sock head hat. This is in one of my Lila Styles bags. You guys see this every week, but it's my favorite, so I'm still going to show it off. I am knitting him a sock head hat. It's a pattern by Kelly McClure. You can get it, I know, for free on Ravelry, and I'm pretty sure you can find her on Instagram. I'll link her Instagram down below in the show notes. Show notes will be down below. And you can message her if Ravelry is not accessible to you to be able to get this pattern. And I am all kinds of tangled, so we're just going to leave it. This is yarn from a local yarn shop to me, 398 Yarn Shop. This is their pavement colorway. It's a nod to Route 66. We live in the place in Missouri where old Route 66 used to be, so they did a whole colorway deal. Anyway, so this is what I've gotten done. About 1.5 inches of rib. I've actually stopped working on this project because Nicole and I haven't had a chance to get coffee recently or have coffee together. With end of the year school stuff, we've all just been so busy. And I don't think she's as far as I am, so I'm just waiting to work on that until she is able to pick it up again. She also loves to read, and she's been reading a ton of books. I'm a little jealous how quickly she can go through books. Of course, I listen to mine and she reads hers, so. Okay. Next, I have a new cast on, and then we'll move on to the crochet. So I haven't had a sock on the needles for like 3 or 4 weeks. Long enough, my mom came up to me the other day and she's like, "Are you sick?" I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" She's like, "You're not knitting a sock." And I was like, "I know." So I cast one on, and it's living in my other Lila Styles bag. This yarn is The Princess and the Frog. This was, I believe, February's Bad Wolf Girl Studios color of the month. She's not been dyeing too much, but I grabbed this in February. And I just, like I said, life has been a lot recently. We've had some stuff going on with Jade and a few other things, and I just kind of needed that mindless knitting where I can sit down and knit and worry about something and not have to think about what I'm doing. And I know that sounds silly, but sometimes I just need that. I need that time to process things. So this is what I've got so far, and I absolutely love it. I'm planning on doing a fish lips kiss heel for this, and then I think I'm gonna pop this in. This is a mini, actually also by Bad Wolf Girl Studios, for the cuffs because my mom would also like a pair of socks out of this. She already called dibs on the scraps, and I want enough for my 2 scrappy blankets. So adding the separate cuffs in will help save some yarn. So that's that. Okay, let me grab another drink. Oh, and then we'll have to talk about Owens Dino Roar. I don't have it with me to show you. It's not finished. So William got upset and stomped on my knitting bag and broke my knitting needle. So I have decided that I'm just gonna put away my Knitpicks knitting needles for now, my bamboo knitting needles, and just put them in storage until he's older, and I'm just gonna knit with my chiagogoos. So I need to finish my big Horn Henley before I can finish up Owens Dino Roar because they use the same knitting needle size. So we're going through a little bit of that terrible twos, and I'm tired of replacing needles, and I don't want him to hurt himself. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Okay, I promised you guys progress on this. I did, and I kept my promise. I did. Okay, so here is where we were the last time you guys saw this. So I finished the first block. There it is in all its glory. I guess I should tell you what this is. This is my cousin Abby's graduation gift / going to college / I love you bunches and it makes me so sad that you're so old gift. And so I finished this one, and I am almost exactly halfway through the second one. Go me, right? So I am on the white section that is the middle part of this square. So I've got 2 more increased rows to do, and then I will get ready to start decreasing. So my goal for next podcast, because that seemed to work for me, being like, oh, well, I told them I was going to finish this square, will be to have this square finished, the one that I'm halfway through, and to have these 2 weaved together. I learned from a corner to corner Afghan I've done in the past. I'll pop a picture in. I did a Doctor Who inspired Afghan for my cousin. I'll pop a link down in the show notes to where I found the pattern. And I wove in all my ends. So the blocks were totally done, ends woven in and everything. And then I realized, how am I gonna put these together? So I ended up having to mattress stitch all of these squares together when I could have left those ends that I had woven in out and used those to weave them together. So that is what I will do for this square, or for these squares. And this is how they will line up. Now it's, again, not completely done. Okay, we can do this. I know we can. So they'll line up. I doubt you can even see that, but they'll line up kind of like that. Nope, not gonna work. You'll see it next time. We'll get it worked out. So I'm really excited to have this done for her. And I'm actually gonna start another one, which is silly because I've been complaining about crocheting a bunch, but I found out that a close friend of the family is gonna have a baby, and so of course he needs a blanket from Auntie Tamara. Every new kid gets a blanket from Auntie Tamara. So, and my cousin Jaleesa is also having a baby, so I've really got 2 blankets I need to do. But I think I'm gonna knit her one instead of crochet. So those are all of my whips right now. I have been very strong. I've only cast on 1 new project, but, and that's a big but, I signed up for another test knit. So Jovi of Hooked Mountain Handmade on Instagram has been killing it with new designs this year. If you don't follow her, you need to. She has come out with like 5 new sweaters this year already. And when I saw her newest one, let me look, let's check out the name to make sure I'm right. Okay, yeah, the Night Market Cardigan. I saw this cardigan and I was like, I need this in my life. So I went stash diving, and I have some of this Cascade Heritage color number 5633. It's like a plum purple, kind of royally purple. I had originally bought this to knit a Tenya top, but of course I just finished one and this was not the color scheme my mother-in-law had been going for. So I just put it back in stash. Well, this is almost exactly how much I need for the main color of this cardigan. I'll pop a picture in so you guys can see it. And then I ordered some yarn from Fangirl Fibers called Winter in Valaris. If you get the reference, you're awesome and I love you. For the blips of color that will be in there. Instead of doing a fade, I was looking through my sock yarn and trying to do all stash, but all the colors I had were either gonna blend too well with this or were too much of a contrast, and it wasn't gonna make any sense. So I'm super excited about that yarn. And I will link a link to that yarn down below. And I'm actually getting ready to show you some more that I ordered from her. Also a Court of Thorns and Roses themed. Well, technically a Court of Mist and Fury, if we're going to be completely honest. But this will lead us into stash editions. And this is called To the Stars Who Listen. And when I saw this, I knew I needed it. I am a huge fan of these books. I am super excited about the possibility of them getting a TV show. Though I'm a little scared, let's be honest. When they turn Shadowhunters into a TV series, Lord help us all. And I just finished reading or listening to the first book of The Discovery of Witches, and I know it's a TV show, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Because I really like the books, and I'm gonna be upset if it's that far off. And I also got Team Resand stitch markers, and the one over here says all about those wingspans. And again, if you get the reference, you are really cool, and I love you to pieces. I wouldn't say recently, I guess last year, discovered these books, and I absolutely fell in love with them. They were exactly what I needed at the beginning of quarantine. Thank goodness my Libby app had them, and so I was able to listen to them for free, and I actually have purchased them on Audible as well. So this is going to be a pair of socks, and I actually ordered 2 skeins of the Winter in Valaris colorway. It's a very pretty pale gray that's got like dark purple and dark blue. It's gonna look gorgeous in this sweater, and I'm so excited about it. So I just can't wait to knit up all the things. Makes me so happy. And the weather is helping. It's been sunny and gross, and I've said this on here before, I will say it again, summer is not my jam, spring is not my jam, I hate being hot, I hate being outside, so I'm really looking forward to fall and to winter, and that's how I'm going to get myself through the next couple of months, is thinking about all this fun stuff. Okay, I guess all we have left is life and junk. We went to see my in-laws, had a good time. The kids love the pool. I got to see my little niece Reese and squeeze her and love her. And so that was wonderful. And we got to see my father-in-law, and our photos got taken. Those could have gone better, but you know what? They got taken, so it was fine. And we had just a good visit. It was good. Like I said, today is Jade's last day of 3rd grade. She will be doing summer school. She qualifies for extended school year through the special ed department, and her current special ed teacher is teaching where she will be going. So they'll just spend the whole summer together. For Jade, it's not a bad thing. She looks forward to the summer because she gets to be in Miss Donaldson's room all the time. I'm not sure Miss Donaldson feels the same way. I know she does, but sometimes I'm pretty sure she hopes I will keep her home. So, oh, excuse me. And here comes the rain. It is now pouring. We are looking forward to the next week and a half off, though. Jade has a hard time at the end of the school year, and we've been having some behavior issues with her. She got into a fight at school, and that she provoked, which is not something that her dad and I are okay with. So she's currently grounded, which is the other reason my knitting time isn't going to be as much as it was. Since she's grounded from all technology, she requires a lot more time. She's always underfoot. Mommy, what you doing? Mommy, what you doing? So I can't just have her have quiet time with a movie. Though we do a lot of quiet time with books too. She does like to read. So she's really into Dog Man right now. Let me see what else. Oh, William was accepted to the special ed preschool here. So when school starts on August 23rd, he will start half-day preschool. We are extremely thankful that he is going to get to go to this program. He will get to ride the bus. He will go, it's a 3 or 3.5 hour program. I've subbed there before. They are wonderful ladies up there. They work so hard with these kids, and he will get extra speech services there. We'll continue with first steps through the summer. We got his PEC system, but I think I put too many of the little sticky things on it to begin with, because all he did was peel them all off and try to throw them in the trash. So we're gonna start out with maybe just 2 of them on there and let him go from there. We have a PECS chart at home that he just points to, but this is more, he needs to take it off the binder and bring it to me to show me that's what he wants. So we're gonna start working on that a little bit more, and figuring out what we can accomplish with that to help him communicate. He is getting a few more sounds, and instead of saying like, help me, he'll go, ha ho, you know, so at least he's making those vocal sounds to let me know that he needs something. So between the sign and the noises he's making and the few words he has, we are getting a little bit more communication out of him. But that's about it. I guess I will see you guys in 3 more weeks. Yeah, probably 3 more weeks. We'll just go ahead and call it that. I hope that you are all healthy, happy, and safe, and enjoying your summer if that is your thing. If it is not, please know that you are not alone. And I hope that you guys have all the crafting time that you can get in the next 3 weeks. I'll see you later. Bye.